Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Grand Cascades Lodge at Crystal Springs Resort in Hamburg, New Jersey. This is one of 2 lodges with rentable rooms on the property and easily one of the most impressive and expansive resorts that we've ever visited. We've been waiting to take this trip for a really long time, and we've had to save up for it a little bit too because it's not the cheapest place to visit. So we're super excited to be here, and we have a ton of stuff to show you. Let's get acclimated. So pulling up to the Grand Cascades Lodge, first and foremost, if you're a Disney nut, you're gonna get some major Grand Californian Wilderness Lodge vibes like Katie and I did, which is a good thing. It's an awesome look and I love everything about it. Once you pull in, you actually have some parking spots available here where you can stow your car temporarily while you jump out to check in. You do have to sign a waiver when you check in right now regarding COVID-19 and the safety measures, basically just liability stuff so that it doesn't come down on them if you encounter COVID-19 while you're here. More than likely you won't. They're taking safety really, really seriously. Once you have everything filled out, you got your room number and everything assigned to you, there's actually a parking garage underneath the Grand Cascades Lodge that you can pull around and you can actually stow your car under there. It was not difficult for us to find a spot. We've got a small car, but there were plenty of spaces open. I imagine if you come during peak season, which would be like summertime, it might be a little bit tougher to find a spot, so definitely try to get here as early in the day as you can, mindful of the fact that you might have to wait a little bit to check in. We are entering the main lobby. Prepare to have your minds blown. Look at that, and the temperature goes up by about 20 degrees immediately. So just inside the lobby we have the Springs Bistro, which is totally empty right now because it's only open for dinner. Right now it's pretty early in the morning, so no breakfast, no lunch. During the holidays I think they do all 3 meals, but right now during the off season, we're middle of March, only dinner. Supposedly a very good dinner. Haven't had it yet, but we'll probably try it before we leave. So where I'm standing now, they call this area the Terrace. It's an offshoot of the Bistro restaurant, which is just inside the main lobby. And down here they have a couple of fire pits. I'm on one side, there's another across the row on the other side. Neither of these is active today, which is a travesty because it is so cold. I'm told that they do have like marshmallow roastings and such out here with a great view of the mountains. So this is an awesome place probably to come and hang out and have a couple s'mores every now and again. I imagine they'll probably do something like that tonight. You can see too that because the Terrace is connected to a restaurant, you can actually grab your food from indoor at the Bistro. You can come outside and sit in these little greenhouse cabanas. I don't know what to call them. They're little pods with just enough room for a couple of people. This is my ideal glamping experience. Most of the public amenities are connected through passageways in the Grand Cascades Lodge itself, so I have to be kind of quiet as I'm tiptoeing through these halls here because there are actual rooms with actual people in them all along the left and the right of me. But you go down the main hallway through either side of the lodge and you can get to different things like the Wine Cellar, to the Clubhouse where several of the restaurants are, to the Biosphere Pool, etc., etc. This is a little bit of a walk. It's actually probably good since you're eating so much while you're here, most likely that you need to walk. All right, so now that I'm getting clear of the area where there are actual rooms on either side of the hallway, I can talk a little bit louder. Still have to kind of keep the volume down because it's a higher end resort. People want peace and quiet, that's why they come here. We're headed now into the Rotunda area. That's where 2 of your restaurants are. It's where the Wine Cellar is supposedly accessed, although we weren't able to find that when we were looking for it earlier. And it's where you can do things like plan weddings, they have wedding services available, they have a real estate office, they have all kinds of, they have a golf pro shop. I guess I was being too loud. They threw up another sign to remind me of my wrongdoing. If you're getting married here, if you're booking a room for a special event, there's all kinds of rooms here. The Emerald Ballroom is just one of them that I happen to walk past on my way to the Clubhouse. They have pretty expansive rooms for rental here, so if you are interested in booking something like that for an event, I would definitely check out the website. They can definitely help you with that. Almost there, guys, almost there. All right, welcome to the Clubhouse. It's definitely got a Clubhouse vibe to it, wouldn't you say? Behind me is the Crystal Springs Tavern, which has been open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner all the days we've been here from Thursday to Sunday. So they are a very flexible option. They are relatively affordable compared to the rest of the restaurants on property. Depends what you're ordering, small plates and snacks and appetizers. Breakfast I think is a little bit cheaper. And then they have like $100 steak. So there's a varying price range here. You can eat a little bit more affordably at Crystal Tavern, I think, than some of the other restaurants on property. But definitely I would say you're not saving much money by by eating on property. You are having amazing food though. Also located in the clubhouse is the Pro Shop, which does sell golf supplies obviously, but it also sells little things you may have left behind, like toys for your kids, maybe a children's book, warmer clothes if it's a little bit chilly, things like that, umbrellas. You can kind of check the Pro Shop to see if maybe they can help you out with something that you missed. It's a far cry from the gift shops you might be used to at, say, a Disney resort, but if you forgot something or you don't want to run out to Walmart and pick up something small that you know you can get here, it's nice to have the Pro Shop. It is, because you can come here and you can get that done and check it off your list and go back to enjoying your vacation. All right, so here's where we've made mistakes before, because it says that the Wine Cellar is around the corner and you're supposed to use the stairs, but I've come around this corner several times and never found stairs, so am I stupid? Like, so far as I've been able to tell, it's mostly just meeting rooms and event rooms down this hallway. And I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. I can definitely feel it getting colder though, so I feel like I should be on the right path. Oh look, family movie night in this room. But then I rounded the corner and I found this door, and I feel like I'm not supposed to go through it. I mean, there's nothing that says I'm not supposed to go through it, but I feel like I'm not supposed to go through it. I don't know, guys. I might be stupid. Might be stupid. Wait a minute. No. What? No. Oh my god, I'm stupid. I hate how stupid I am. Okay, so this is a whole experience and then some. There is retail where you can actually buy the wines from the cellar. They have a tasting in the cellar on Fridays and Saturdays, which it is today, so maybe we'll do that. And then they have Wine 101 class. Only on Sundays, it looks like. So a couple different things you can do without ever leaving this basement. Also have what looks like a self-guided tour. Oh, so this is legitimately just like free roam. You can walk around, take a look at all the different things that they have available in the cellar, which in and of itself is pretty cool. And the fact that they have additional events down here at certain dates and times makes it that much cooler. Ooh. Spooky, but like classically spooky. This is very high-end spooky. According to the self-guided tour accessed by QR code, this gentleman, Gaha, who created his own vineyard, resulting in all of these different wines. His daughter actually visited the resort recently and signed some of these bottles. So that's pretty cool. Celebrities have been here. The alcohol in this bottle is apparently worth $30,000, and it's a fairly small size bottle, so I would say, what, maybe 500 bucks a drop? I literally feel like I'm about to be intercepted by hungry vampires. And you know your boy don't play with vampires, so I'm out. While in the deep, unforgiving pit of despair that is the cellar, I did intercept a lovely staff member who informed me that if you aren't able to take the stairs, that spiral staircase down into the cellar, and you'd rather take an elevator, there is actually an elevator available in the Crystal Tavern. It's part of the supply chain between the restaurant and the wine cellar itself. So, you do have to have a staff member escort you on that elevator, but if you need the elevator, if you would prefer not to take the stairs, or if you can't take the stairs, the elevator is available for you. All you have to do is ask, and someone would be happy to assist you. Directly beneath the main lobby and accessible by both elevator and stair is the Reflection Spa, where we had some absolutely amazing massage experiences last night. It's not cheap at all, but I would highly recommend the spa services here if you want to go all in on the luxury vacay. You'll also be heading this way in order to access the Biosphere Pool Complex, which we're going to show you a little bit later. Alright, so once again I'm crossing through a hallway filled with rooms on either side. I don't know how many of these rooms are occupied, so I'm going to keep my voice down as I'm traveling, but I'm heading right now back up to our room where Katie is waiting, because we are going to give you guys a proper room tour. Alrighty. Because we're so bougie, we always get a room on the highest floor possible. Alright guys, time to go find Katie and see what she's been up to. Hello.
Come in.
Home is where the oxygen is. So this is what the high life looks like. This is our Timber Creek Vista Suite, king size bed. And it is amazing. I say, let's begin with the beginning. And the first thing we do is always make sure that nobody else bothers us. So first thing, when you walk in the room, there's this side closet, which is your ironing board, extra chairs, which it's nice to have a room big enough that you might actually use extra chairs, but since it's just the two of us, we're not going to. And a little bit of storage space on the top. This is the smaller of the two closets.
Yes, 2 closets.
2 closets. You also have, lo and behold, a fridge with a freezer that has an ice maker. Yeah, there's ice available down the hall, but we obviously don't need it. This is a full-size fridge. We've stashed some stuff in it, but for the most part, we've been eating on property. For the most part. We legitimately have a full kitchenette here. We have a teapot. We have 4 burners on a very small stove. We have a very small oven.
But it's so cute.
It is cute. They gave us a full knife set for all the steak we won't be cutting. In here, a bunch of kitchen utensils for cooking, including measuring cups, spatula,
A spoon.
big spoon, corkscrew. A corkscrew is probably the most important for visitors to this specific property because, as you saw earlier, there's a wine cellar you can get absolutely lost in. You do have 2 sinks here, but you have 0 garbage disposals. So, don't get too used to that life of luxury. Up above the sink, silverwares, cups, glasswares. This one, plates, bowls, wine glasses for the classy among us. And Katie's used these for coffee and tea recently. Speaking of coffee and tea, they were kind enough to give us a complete set here. Condiment kit. They have tea back here of the Tazo variety, and your estate-grown coffee from Wolfgang Puck.
Some branded coasters, and as you can see, it's the winding staircase that Tim already found.
Which I think we can take these with us.
I think that you can. I might not take all 4, but they're packaged like they refill them every time, and they're kind of cute, so a cute little souvenir.
Yeah, believe it or not, they gave us a teeny tiny little dishwasher. And they thought ahead and gave us a little bit of dishwashing detergent. Nope, there's only trash here. On the opposite side of the door coming in, you have this giant mirror. Hello. Welcome to the potty. It is the biggest potty I think we've ever known.
It's a big hotel potty.
It is a big hotel potty. It doesn't do much more than the standard size hotel potty, to be honest. The toilet is over here, it's standard flush, okay pressure. You got plenty of towels. Maid service is temporarily suspended, obviously due to COVID-19, but you can request backup towels if you need them. We do have an actual bathtub, which is nice. Much like the H2O bottles at the Disney resorts, they gave us these mounted shampoo and conditioner bottles here.
They smell good.
Oh, you tried them?
Yep.
I haven't tried them, but Katie says they smell good. I do really like this style of sink. However, you can see it doesn't quite it doesn't quite work the way I think the architect might have planned it to.
I think if the neck of the sink were higher and you could get your hands under it better, it would be more effective.
Yeah.
But it's pretty.
I do like looking at it though.
The aesthetic is there.
Also, these are a little bit weird. I've never seen handles mounted to the side like this, but it wasn't too intuitive for me to be like cold, hot. It's the same general layout as a home sink. It's just a little bit awkward that they're over here instead of... Actually, I mean, the whole sink's kind of awkward. This rack up above is where you would normally have like a cupboard or a medical cabinet. Instead, they gave us this bar where we could put all of our stuff and some of theirs. I don't think that there's nothing in these jars, right?
No, they're just your...
Yeah, they're just
your
mason jars.
Rinsey cups.
But yeah, we threw our toothbrushes and toothpaste up here and a couple of hygiene items. And then they gave us all of these things, basic soap and amenities, and these are hand and face towels.
And a shower cap.
Down underneath, this was all empty. We've put some stuff in it. The hair dryer is obviously not ours, that is theirs. And there was nothing else in this cupboard. Over on the other side, this is where we've chosen to store some of our hygiene products in the interim, just to keep it out of the space and keep from cluttering up the countertops, which I like. I like having the space. Our room did come with this grotesquely sized makeup mirror because, you know, you gotta look good when you go out vlogging. All right, on to the good stuff. So, first amazing thing, you can do laundry here. We haven't, but we can.
Of note, they did not provide us with laundry detergent. I don't know if it's available if you ask, but I would just assume you should, you know, bring your own with you if you expect to do laundry here. Or there's a Walmart right down the street.
Yep, about 10 minutes away. The thermostat is a little bit retro compared to everything else in the room. However, you can set it much lower than you would in a normal hotel room because most every room has a clear view of the sun. So if you open up all 3 of these windows, you're gonna get a lot of heat building in here. Plus, do you want to show them your favorite thing?
I do love it, so it is not too necessary today.
It's, well, you haven't been outside yet.
Well, probably this evening. There is a fireplace.
There is a fireplace. It's a gas fireplace, and it's a gas fireplace, and it takes a while to kick into high gear. But
it does provide heat. It looks pretty.
It is really nice at night.
Yeah, it has been nice at night, and it's cold today. But like Tim said, the sun coming in through the windows is really doing a job of warming the place.
Yeah,
so.
It's like being a bug under a magnifying glass.
We have not needed it this morning.
This couch is a fold-out bed. If you need to sleep an extra person, you have the ability to. This room, however, does come in a 2-queen form as well as a king, so you could probably sleep extra people more comfortably and easier just by booking the 2-queen room. If you needed to, though, like I say, you do have the ability to sleep an extra person on that couch. You do have this lovely little breakfast nook, which Katie was kind enough to clear off this morning so that we would have a lovely room to view, but we've mostly been using it for literal clutter. It's just a nice space to throw things down when you come into the room all tired from the day's activities. There is one outlet back here, which we're charging our portable power bank on right now. Haven't been able to find very many others. The outlets are very sparse, as in like charging things like we do, all the cameras that we bring, the laptop, everything that we want to use during our downtime. It's tough to find outlets for everything. You're definitely, I mean, I think there are 3 total that are available. You can unplug some lamps and stuff if you need to, but some of that stuff is tucked behind couches. It's a pain in the butt to move the couches to get access to the plugs. They do have a USB dock over on Katie's side of the bed in the Bluetooth stereo. So you can plug 2 USB devices into that device to charge them. But things that actually need AC outlets, like the standard laptop charger and whatnot, you basically have to just rummage around and find stuff. Like I say, I think there are 3. We found 3 outlets in this room, and we have about 6 things to charge at any given time, which is mostly our fault, but it was unexpected that the outlets aren't as plentiful as we've seen in other resort hotels. We left this in its wrapper for you guys, just so that you could see, like Disney, they are taking extra steps to sanitize and prepackage things that are going to be multi-use. So of course you can do like movies on demand and stuff that you can do at any resort hotel, but you can also do on this smart TV, Google Chromecast. If you connect to the guest Wi-Fi here, go to getstreaming.tv and enter that code. You can actually cast from your phone or your laptop or your iPad to the TV and watch something on the big screen. So we were actually watching last night a fellow YouTuber's live stream using Chromecast on this TV, which was pretty cool. This is what we were talking about earlier. There are 2 USB outlets on this Bluetooth speaker here, which is also a clock and presumably an alarm clock. So you can charge your 2 USB devices here. We've got the GoPro charging right now because we're going to be heading to the pool in just a couple minutes. They also have these snazzy stylistic Edison lamps here. My side does not have an alarm clock. My side has a telephone, and you can't plug USB devices into a telephone. So there's only 2 charge ports on the bedside tables total. They're both on the left side in our room. The drawers themselves, a little bit sticky. There was nothing in them, so we just threw a couple of our own items in here for quick access. Then down here, this is my travel bag. Literally just a big empty space where you can shove stuff, which is really nice for storage since the bed itself does not appear to have any room underneath, and this is not a drawer. In here next to the bed is closet number 2, which is much, much bigger. We went swimming last night and it was amazing, and our bathing suits are just drying off now before we put them back on for another dip. But as you can see, there is plenty of room for 2 suitcases, a ton of jackets and coats and whatnot. I mean, I can literally stand in here. I can do a little jig in here. I could do a cartwheel in, no, not a cartwheel. Now as for the bed, Katie, will you do the comfortability test? How is the comfortability?
I would say it is a bit firmer than some hotel beds, but we don't mind that. And it's quite large, and I thought it was overall comfy last night.
Now when you stay at a mountain resort, you're not just paying for the room, you're also paying for the view. So, yeah, I'd say that's a view. One of Katie's favorite things to do when we travel is to make her early morning cup of coffee and then come sit out on whatever balcony she can find and observe the day. And this is not a bad observation spot at all. Now for our absolute favorite part of the entire resort experience. Biosphere Pool is on level 1, which contrary to public opinion is not the ground floor. It's the underground floor. Smell the chlorine. All right, welcome friends to the coolest pool ever. One thing we completely forgot to mention earlier is that every single restaurant on property delivers straight to your door. This includes Crystal Tavern, Springs Bistro, and Restaurant Latour, which is the most expensive restaurant on property and has the stricter dress code. So if you don't feel like putting on a suit and tie to go eat the expensive food at Restaurant Latour, you can order it direct to your room. Reminder to everyone too, there is Dunkin' Donuts less than a mile away. It took us less than 5 minutes to get there this morning when we decided we didn't want to spend a ton on breakfast on campus. A little further away, but definitely within driving distance, is a Weiss, a ShopRite's, and several other fast food restaurants, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Walmart. Walmart is there too. So you can save money by bringing food, you can save money by cooking food. We chose to be lazy, so we're not saving any money at all. I know this looks like an ordinary chicken sandwich that you could get at Chick-fil-A, but if you open it up, you can see that it is most certainly not. This looks delicious. What did you get again?
Mine is the butcher pork burger.
Oh my God.
I mean, there's a big hunk of cheese on top of here and
But
some
look
sort
at
of
the
sauce,
burger.
and it's got bacon wrapped around it.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
it
I
looks
really want to eat this.
amazing. All right, y'all, we've had a busy day here, but we've actually got one more thing to do before we wrap it up. For where there is lodge, there is fire pit. And where there is fire pit, there is often marshmallow roasting.
Oh, yes! The fates have been kind to me!
Good news! I have secured a roasting spot. Just waiting for Katie to come back with the marshmallows and the sticks, and we'll be in business.
Oh, yeah. I've always been told not to put my marshmallow in the fire because it'll just melt the marshmallow. But I don't have the patience to wait for the marshmallow to brown and become that delicious golden yellow marshmallow that kind of goes in s'mores really nicely. So I just burn my marshmallow every time.
Well, usually it's easier to roast over coals instead of a flame. Anyway. Coals, right here. Yeah.
Do the goo. Oops.
Fire,
Oops.
fire,
Oops. Oops.
fire.
Well,
Out.
I told you it might happen.
Help!
Help! Don't burn. Don't burn. Don't burn.
Chanting "Don't burn" is the technique you're looking for.
Pessimism is not welcome in the circle. It's looking all right. Saints alive, we have achieved golden brown. Kind of, on one side. I'm taking it. Oh.
It's good. No burnies on that one.
Unfortunately, as the evening ends, so does our weekend and our stay at the Grand Cascades Lodge here at Crystal Springs Resort. We have had an amazing time. A really expensive time, but an amazing time. We have not yet been to the Minerals Lodge, as I mentioned earlier in the video. There are 2 properties you can stay at. We've spent our whole time here at the Grand Cascades. We've really enjoyed the Biosphere Pool. We've enjoyed the spa here. We've enjoyed all of the amenities. Some things we didn't get a chance to do, of course. There's only so much time. But we would definitely come back and do all of this again if we had the opportunity to. Spring has sprung, everybody. Get psyched for spring and summer 2021. We've got a ton of stuff planned for the weeks and months ahead. Everyone stay warm, everyone stay safe, and remember, go where the cool pools are.
And every day's a new adventure.
And every day is a new adventure. Goodbye.